Okay, let's derive the formula for the sum of a finite geometric series. We're going to use S sub n for the sum. So that means the sum of the first n terms of a finite geometric series. So the first term is a. It's just some number. We'll use a to represent that number. And the next term in the geometric series is always going to be that first number times what the common ratio is. So that's a times r, right? And the next one is going to be times r. We'd have a times r squared. And this would go on until we reach a times r to the n minus 1. We have to stop at n minus 1 and not n because we have this a at the beginning, okay? We need to account for that. So the way you do this is you multiply both sides of this equation by r. So we're going to take this first equation, I'm going to multiply both sides by r. So we have r times s sub n, and then everything is going to get multiplied by r here. We're going to have a times r plus a times r squared plus dot, dot, dot. Now we'll still have the a times r to the n minus 1, but we'll also have an a times r to the n. Okay, and that's because when you multiply r, see when you multiply a r to the n minus 1 times r, okay, that's going to be a times r to the n. Okay, you just add the exponents. It's r to the first power, so n minus 1 plus 1 is just n. Okay, so that's why we stop at a r to the n power. Okay, so now what we're going to do is subtract. So we have two equations that we're going to use, and now we're going to subtract. On the left side, it's going to be s sub n minus r times s sub n. And then we're going to look at what happens when we subtract these two equations. So take a look at the terms that are in each of these expressions here. And you're going to notice that there's an a r here. When we subtract the second equation, that's going to cross out, right? We have an a squared, a times r squared here. Those are going to cross out. And so on. It's going to continue all the way to a times r to the n minus 1. Those are going to cross out. So what that's going to leave is a. Okay, so a minus 0 is a because there's nothing to cancel out with a. And then here we're going to have, in the top, it would be like 0 take away a times r to the n. So that's going to be minus, because we're subtracting, a times r to the n. Okay, so now we're in a good position right here to find out what this sum is. Here I'm going to factor out s sub n. Oh, and that would be 1 minus r, sorry. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is divide both sides by 1 minus r. Okay, that's a 1 here. Okay, divided by 1 minus r. There we go. And these cross out. And so here's the formula for the sum of a finite geometric series. S sub n equals a minus a r to the n power divided by 1 minus r. And you can see how this formula is used in my other video.